Hey guys, I just wanted to talk real quick about the Kobe Bryant and Vanessa Bryant and her mom issue. One thing that I noticed that people are not talking about, and I know this is old, but it's just on my mind and it's annoying, so I'm just gonna say it. Uh, Vanessa Bryant's mom seems to think that she is Mrs. Bryant or that she herself is Vanessa. One thing I found out through this whole thing is that Vanessa Bryant has a sister, and I had no idea. I thought she was an only child because her mother's always on her, like always at the games front row, always going through the tunnel getting photographed. Like I honestly thought it was just her and her mother, and then I'm starting to realize that her mother really wanted to be her. I think she wanted what Vanessa became. She became the wife of a multimillionaire, a famous athlete, like this, you know, a trophy wife. And I know some people don't like trophy wives. I love them. I used to watch a TV show about it. I actually love that. But like some women really want to be a trophy wife, and some women are actually jealous of women who do become trophy wives. And you see that with Vanessa's mom a little, and this is of course from the outside, but the fact that she would put on that wig, this woman never had blonde hair before. She put on a wig and made her apartment look messy so the cameras could like, oh, I'm struggling. But it's like, no, you're not. Vanessa took care of you for over 10 years, Kobe and Vanessa, and you have money from your ex-husband. She gets monthly payments through the divorce. So, and I also want to talk about how when people die, that's when you really see what's going on in the behind the scenes. Just because you married someone wealthy doesn't mean you have access to their wealth. He probably put her on Kobe put Vanessa probably on an allowance, and he had every right to do that. And before anybody tried to play, the gender issues, what's her name? Jill Scott did that with her ex-husband. She gave him an allowance every month. So like when you're the wealthier person and the other person you're in a relationship doesn't have wealth, if you want to help them out or if you want to give them an allowance, then so be it. Lord knows I'm looking for a man to do that for me. But that's not what we're here for. When people die and the law gets involved, that's when you like the house that Vanessa's mom was living in. Turns out allegedly the Kobe Bryant's secretary, her name was on it. So that house was probably for legal reasons under her name as a gift to her or as a way to hide assets. In death, you see everything. And it's the reason why she has all these attorneys, because she probably wasn't aware of what he was doing with his money. You can't tell a multimillionaire what to do with their money. And like I don't think what Vanessa did was wrong. Like, why do you need a huge house? It's just you. An apartment is more than enough for a single woman. You get monthly checks. I don't see anything wrong. People are calling Vanessa a gold digger and all these other names, but I don't think she's doing anything wrong. And she probably gets a certain amount every month. So what she could afford when her husband was alive, she can't do that now. And we don't know in stocks and bonds and all this other stuff Kobe Bryant was doing with his money. He could have lost some money without her knowing it, or there's a lot going on in the will and the estates they have. There's a lot, so she has to cut back. The earner of the family is gone now. And this reminds me of a lottery winner who kept telling his daughter, David Lee, he won around 40 million, that he would give her, oh, when you turn 18, you're going to have money. When you turn 19, and she noticed that every year the age would change. And turns out he left her nothing. This man had 47 million cash, spent it all on drugs, buying swords, buying all these mansions that he lost, and she was left with nothing. He told her one thing, but the truth is he left her absolutely nothing. And that could have happened to Vanessa. So when it comes to money, you have to put yourself first. And Vanessa's mother showed her ass. She showed what she's really about, and she's showing her true character. And if you do get into large sums of money, you do have to protect yourself and distance yourself from some people. Money magnifies who you are. If you're naturally a bully while broke, if you're naturally flashy, or you love to talk about money and look at the price of this, do you know how much this costs? If that's the type of person you are at an average income, imagine when you reach millions. You're gonna buy fat, flashy stuff and come see my house, come see what I have, and you're gonna attract people who want what you have. So I understand Vanessa having to cut corners and cut people off in her life. So I'm actually Team Vanessa. Sorry.